So how'd you get started in track? You were, obviously you were kicking butt in high school, but when did it start for you?
I started running when I was 8.
Okay, wow.
AAU, USA, TAC was what it used to be called at the Track Athletics Congress, way before, the fancy names. But I started when I was 8, really just running on the playground, kind of noticed I was faster than other kids. And then I remember one day sitting in class, maybe second grade or something, and they announced, like at the end of the day, they have all the announcements, and they mentioned that there was a track club. And I was like, wait a minute, you can actually do this organized? And so that was a big deal. And I took the flyer and I took it home and was begging my mother and father. And they was like, it costs $20. And I'm like, oh man, please, you gotta hook us up. Me and my little sister, we started, I was 8, she was 7. And that's really where we started. And and I was on a really good club team. So by the time I was like 9 and 10, we were starting to do national level stuff on relays.
Oh, so that early. Okay, so it got a little bit of travel to different places.
I wasn't a national level. I don't know if I was a national level athlete at that age. I know, we were functioning well, but but in terms of like going to nationals and stuff, it would mainly be on relays back when I was younger, because my coach didn't really, if you went until you were like high school, he really didn't like you to do a lot of individual national stuff. He liked you to kind of earn your way on relays, which I think is actually kind of cool, because it takes the pressure off of, you're really young athletes. So that was kind of cool. Now that I look back, I didn't realize it at the time, but it was
that's a great point. Absolutely.
And in high school, did you know that you were good? Because you said that you were beating the other kids and everything, but did you actually know that you had the talent, or did you just still see it as just something that was fun?
No, I started hurdling. I had that late birthday. So my birthday's in December. So I was always at the bottom of the age group running against older girls. Mm-hmm. So I always thought it was a negative back then, because I was never at the top of my age group. And I'm like, man, if I was at the top of my age group, I'd be doing this, So, but I was able to start hurdling early, because I think you could start at age 12, 13. So I was like 11 starting hurdles and just kind of figuring that out. But no, actually what happened to me is I started doing 200 hurdles and then 400 hurdles. And actually in Syracuse, New York, I ran this 400 hurdle race. And I ran really, 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 really fast. And it was like an age group record and everything at the time. I was 14. So I think I was 13 running in, I was 14 running in the 15, 16 age group. And that was one of the things that actually made me end up not running the race at a higher level, because I was kind of like chasing this. I think I ran like a 59 or a 60 something when I was that young. Mm-hmm. And I could never run faster than that. Right. So that was going into high school. Then I went into high school and I started running 300 hurdles, and I started doing well in 100 hurdles. And then every time I ran 400 hurdles, I would run slower than I was when I was, 14. And then I became 17 and I couldn't run as fast as I was when I was 14. And then I was 19 and I couldn't run as fast as I was when I was 14. And I was just like, this is debilitating. Like, it was mentally debilitating for me. So I just got to the point where I was like, I don't ever want to run 400 hurdles anymore. I'm a short hurdler. I'm a sprinter. And, my coach came to me, Gary Winkler, who was my college coach and professional coach. And he was just like, you're a 400 hurdler. So pretty much that's what you're going to do. That's what you're going to be great in. Like, he told me, he knew, he was like, this is what you're going to be great in. We have to figure it out. And so my freshman year, I was playing the con game. Hey, if I can score really high in the 200 at Big Ten, can I not have to run the 400 hurdles? If I do this in the 100 hurdles, can I not have to run the 400 hurdles? And I mean, I was running that event and it was horrible. Like, it was making me not even want to go to track meets. This is in college, and I was running very well in college. I was a Big Ten champ in 100 meters, second in the conference in the 2. I was the only freshman to make nationals that year in the 100 hurdles as a freshman, but I had this monkey on my back about the 400 hurdles. So I had thought I had worked my way out of that after freshman year. I come back sophomore year, and my coach had a meeting with me, and he was like, you either gonna run 400 hurdles or you can You can do it. But that's how it was back then. You know, you didn't like negotiate with athletes and stuff
No,
back then. And I was
no,
man, like I'm the best one on the team and my coach trying to get rid of me, you know. But I understood it and I really trusted him. So I knew like he knew what he was doing. And I knew that it was something that I just had to figure out. So my sophomore year, I really started saying, let me try to really pay attention and figure out what is happening here, because I know I'm a better athlete. And so once I really figured out the rhythm of the race and understood what I was supposed to be doing with my arms and all, because I was a great hurdler, but it was that other part of it. And then just one race, it just clicked. And once I ran like, because I was running like 60s and 61s and 62s, and I was doing great in all these other events. And then just one race, I ran like a 57 low. So it was like a huge 3 or 4 second improvement. And once I did that, it was over. I was like, oh, I'm good now. And that became the event that I focused on the most. And that same year I made Pan Am Games and got a medal at Pan Am Games in the event that I really refused to run.